What's up, Patriots? Happy Friday, the Friday before the big showdown, which begins this Sunday, 1 o'clock p.m., Union Square, New York City. We are really kicking off a movement in New York. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm very excited about this. And I'm not just excited because, I'm forcing myself to be excited. This is legitimate, genuine excitement because it is not easy to do events in New York City. I've done it many, many times. It's like there are actually a lot of conservative minded people here, but it's not the easiest city to get people excited, get them out, get them to do stuff. We have a lot of people registered to come to this event. There's a lot of interest and a lot of buzz, and I think we're going to have a really phenomenal event this Sunday. And so, I've spent the last couple of weeks trying to tell people that this is something that everybody needs to care about, what's happening in New York. We about just over a month ago, the Democrat Party voted for a Democrat socialist to lead the ticket to become the mayor of New York City. We've never gone this far left before. We've never gone this far past the line of what we should never be doing in America, which is giving the government more control, which is having somebody run for complete control of New York City who believes that the government should be controlling housing and that the government should be seizing private property, that the government should be controlling transportation, electricity, groceries, everything. There is nowhere in the world that legitimate socialism has ever worked. When the left tries to tell us that, oh, but what about social welfare programs? What about social safety nets? This is not the same thing. And social safety nets are not socialism. They are safety nets that are designed to help people on a temporary basis to get back on their feet so that they can continue to participate in a capitalist system. That's what they're for. This was never meant to be a thing where the government takes full control of every aspect of people's lives. And it never works, and it's not going to work in New York City, and we're not going to allow it to happen. So I am very happy to be leading the charge to create a movement in New York City, bringing people together all across the political spectrum, whether you are a moderate Democrat, an independent, a libertarian, a Republican, or anywhere in between. We are bringing together people in New York and the surrounding area, in New Jersey. Come out and support anywhere if you believe that we cannot allow this to happen. And what happens in New York will spread across the country. So this does matter to everyone. There is a domino effect that will happen. And, it was only a few years ago that there was an internal struggle in the Democrat Party between former leaders like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and these new far leftist progressives like AOC and the Squad and now Zoran Mamdani. But now at this point, it seems like the Democrats are actually just sort of caving and allowing the radicalized sect of their base to become the voice and the face of their party. And this is apparently what the Democrat Party is now going to become. So that is what the fight is, and we are going to bring the fight to them. We are not going to sit back, and just allow this to happen. And so I want to show you guys some of the things that we're working on. This event that we're doing on Sunday in New York City, and again, take a look. This is 1 p.m. this Sunday, July 27th in Union Square. We're asking people to show up at 12:30, get there nice and early. The rally is going to begin at 1 p.m. until about 3 o'clock. And then at 3 o'clock, we will be kicking off a public debate in Union Square. And the idea behind this is basically, we have gone to college, walk away. My team and I have gone to college campuses for years, and we've done these tabling debate style events where, of course, we encourage students to approach the microphone. We have signs with all different kinds of slogans challenging the left's ideas, and we encourage them to come up, debate us, have discussions with us, ask questions. And I thought to myself, well, why limit this to college campuses? Why don't we do this for adults and citizens and, everyday people walking up and down the street so that we can engage in civic dialogue wherever the people are? And so we will be setting up a table around 3 o'clock. We'll have about 4 of us behind the table of different speakers from the event. I've created 12 different signs with different slogans and ideas about the dangers of socialism, some of them just about the dangers of socialism in general, but some of them about how they specifically these policies will impact the Black community, the Jewish community, Gen Z, women, Hispanics, LGBT. Maybe I already said that. And so we want to encourage New Yorkers who are passing through Union Square, whether they're commuters using the subway system or people going to the farmer's market or checking out the artwork or across the street at Whole Foods, listen to what we have to say, approach the microphone and either ask us questions, debate us, or discuss what we have to say. In addition to this event, we'll be doing events all over the city between now and November. I'm building an army of volunteers to help me canvass the boroughs so that we can do door knocking, hand out literature, engage in conversations with New Yorkers. And I want to show you guys something that I designed. I'm very proud of this because I'm not a graphic designer. And I've never really created on my own flyers and literature before, but this is a socialism infographic rack card that I created. It's two sides. It's called The Lie of Democrat Socialism. And this is the front side. So these will be, I've 9 inches by 4 inches, and we'll be handing these out at the rally, but also printing thousands of these, which we'll be distributing all over the city, in buses, subways, putting them in people's hands. And so the front side says the lie of democratic socialism, and I'll show you the back side, and then we'll kind of go through it. This is the back side here, why it matters, and then more of the lies of democratic socialism. But I've broken them down by issues like rent freeze, free buses, government-run grocery stores, sanctuary cities, and the top part here in the darker orange says what the promise is, what you're being promised by Democrat socialism, and then what the lie is. So, for instance, rent freeze, the promise: immediately freeze rents on 1 million rent stabilized units to protect tenants and prevent displacement. The lie: it freezes. Rent freezes discourage small landlords from maintaining properties, reduce investment in upkeep, and degrade housing quality over time. So essentially, you're putting yourself in a situation where already dilapidated apartments are going to become further in squalor. Conditions are going to worsen for people, and the people most negatively affected are going to be living in even worse conditions than they're living in today. But let's take a look at the backside. So this is one of the ones that really concerns me at the very bottom: decriminalize all drug use. So the promise is that we protect drug users and dealers from arrest, no matter how dangerous the substance it is that they are using or selling. Use drugs freely with no consequences or enforcement. The lie: decriminalization invites open air drug use, overdose spikes, and public disorder, turning neighborhoods into unsafe, unlivable zones. So we kind of just educate people about what they're being promised versus what they're actually getting. And at the top here, it says why it matters. We're fighting democratic socialism in New York City because it's a ticking time bomb that will collapse our economy, unleash crime, and drive working families out of the city. This is not reform. It's a radical takeover that will bankrupt our future, destroy safety, and turn New York into a lawless, broken wasteland. Every New Yorker should be concerned. We have 2 QR codes on these info cards. One of them says register to vote at your current address. It's got a QR code to the Walkaway website where people can register to vote. And the other one says join the Walkaway movement, with a QR code that will take them to our website, which will allow them to join our group on social media and learn more information about Walkaway, what we are, and where they can create their own Walkaway testimonial and join our community. So, and this is just a few pieces of many things that we have to distribute to people to help educate them, to engage in the conversation. So for anybody out there, I really want to encourage everyone to come out, support what we're doing. If you're able to volunteer. Again, this isn't just one event. We're going to have more events, and we're building an army to canvass boroughs and do a lot of boots on the ground work. So you can scan this QR code if you would like to attend, if you'd like to register to volunteer, or if you would like to donate to the event. The website is walkawaycampaign.com/events. That's the QR code. That's the website. So you can go to right here. This is our registration link. We're asking everyone to please register if you're going to attend. You don't have to, but we highly encourage you to do it, because if you register, we're going to be able to keep in touch with you as we do more events. And I want to start doing these on a weekly basis all over the city. So I want to keep up with all of you as we do the next rally and the next event and the next rally and the next event. So everyone's in the know about what we're doing. Also, as we build our volunteer corps, we're going to need more and more people to sign up to volunteer. You can do all of that at walkawaycampaign.com/events. Speaking of volunteers, I'm very excited. We have a lot of people who have signed up. We're going to have a great number of volunteers for this Sunday, so it's going to be amazing. And we have, at this point, I think more than 50 people who have applied to volunteer for our New York City mission. So it's going to be great. Honestly, we're off to a fantastic start. And this is about building a movement. This isn't just about one event or one afternoon. This is the beginning of what I want to be a movement to fight for New York City. So come out, join us, and support. This is very important. I have a radio interview in 4 minutes, so I'm going to wrap up. This is just a quick live, but I wanted to update everyone. Please come out. Again, that is this Sunday, July 27th. Meet at 12:30, but it kicks off at 1 o'clock in Union Square, New York City. We have mayoral candidate Jim Walden joining us, and great speakers like Brianna Lyman, like Maud Marin, like DVS, like Kevin Smith, like a great young guy, Gregory Lyakov. Gregory is the youngest columnist to ever write for the New York Post, Newsmax, etc. He's a great young man, 17 years old. Oh, Eyal Jacoby. He is a great New York City activist who's going to be joining us. So we have some really incredible voices that will be there at this event. It's going to be amazing. So I am super stoked. We have a lot of people signed up. I think it's going to be a phenomenal event. And again, it's just the beginning. This is a movement that we are starting in New York City. So be there 1 o'clock Sunday, July 27th. And you can go to walkawaycampaign.com/events to register, or scan this QR code. And we need people to show up. We need people to volunteer. And if you can't show up and you can't volunteer, we need you to donate, please, because we're going to be doing these events between now and November to fight for not just New York City, but America. The battle to save America from the Democrat socialist takeover begins right now. The heart of it is in New York City, and we have to fight. Now is the time. So please donate to the cause if you can. If you can only give $1, $5, 20, 50, 100, whatever you can give, please give. All of these events cost us well into the thousands between the staging, the videography, the sound, the permits, the generators, the everything that we have to do, the literature that we're printing, the shirts, the hats, everything. So it is going to cost us many, many tens of thousands of dollars to do these events between now and the end of November. So I'm counting on all of you to please help us out with that. Go to walkawaycampaign.com to make a donation, and please consider becoming a monthly recurring supporter. Even if you can give $5, $10 a month, if you can give $25, $50, $100 a month, please do so. Walkawaycampaign.com. All right, so go there. See you Sunday. I'm stoked. It's going to be amazing. I got to run because I have a radio interview right now. But let's do this, Patriots. Let's band together and let's save New York and let's save our country. We do not do communism in America. We do not do socialism. This is not what we're about. So let's fight for America together. Go to walkawaycampaign.com. Thanks, Patriots.